Good morning. This is Glenda with AKA GK Fralin, a friendly community. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm going to be tired all day. I don't know how much I'm going to clip out of this today, but it's going to probably be a bit. Fidget spinner, fidget spinner, fidget spinner. Anyway. Oh, my granddaughter came over and I texted her. She's in with my husband, and that her and my brother-in-law, I think, came over. I was asleep. They came over and helped him get some sheetrock in to that room, and so anyway, she's in there with her grandpa now. But she sent me a text. Is Grandpa ready to go to Beatrice with me, or take me to Beatrice? I'm outside. I'm waiting. Well, obviously I was asleep. Didn't get it till after I knew she was already in here. So I sent her a little text. I said, "Well, I think you're in with Grandpa now," and I was asleep. So, and I just LOL. But anyway, she said she was in there. And of course, like a kid or teenager always has the phone with them. A lot of adults now too. Anyway, she just texted back LOL. So I don't know if they went to Beatrice or not, or if they've just been in there the whole time. Anyway, it's about 1:20. But kids are fun. Grandkids are more fun because you're not having to train them up in the way they should go. Although you do not want, I want to be careful with that because grandparents, yeah, we tend to spoil them a bit, and we kind of like that, but you got to be careful not to get in the way of what the parents are doing. And because I don't want to be one of those grandmas where I am constantly criticizing the parents or letting the kids do something that parents would never let them do. But a lot of times kids catch you off guard, especially when they're in their teen years. You know how that is. But she's been pretty good. I haven't had any calls. You let her do this, and we told her no. And it's like, uh-oh. Haven't had too many of those. Oh, my brother used to pull that on my mom and dad all the time. By the time I got there, Grandma and Grandpa retired and moved to town. Well, by the time I learned the tricks, put it that way. But he was good at it. He was always good at that. Anyway, I'm not fair to my big brother, but who is? Who is? I love him. He does a lot, and he's the one who's taking. He's looking after mom and dad's. He's got their power of attorney, and he's got a lot of stress with all that. So I really don't want to. But golly, gotta tease him once in a while. Okay. We had a bunch of calls yesterday from grandkids. It surprised me. Anyway, my granddaughter, she caught us while we were up in the office. And I hadn't turned my phone off. So it was Grandpa she wanted to talk to. So I got to hand the phone. So. I do no other words. Anyway, so I handed the phone to him. And so he could handle her requests. She wanted him to take her to Beatrice today. to do some driving around Beatrice because she's going to be having a driving test. And my grandson, one of my, well, he's the third of my grandchildren. He called me. He's trying to write a book, his first attempt. And I think that's awesome. And he's got a great plot going and everything. So anyway, he wanted to tell me about how he's doing with that, and he wanted to ask me some questions. And so I told him what I thought about a couple of things, but I want to sound very encouraging when I do that. So anyway, it was just good to talk to him, but I was so worn out from the day. I finally had to say, sorry, I gotta go. I love talking to you, but I'm getting tired because it's been a big day. My grandson. Well, Grandma, you are getting old, and these things are, I said, I hope when you're 61 that you have a grandchild that tells you that. And he laughed. He was really actually being very sweet because, he really wants me to just accept, and at 17, I'm old. Oh, but it was just so funny. And that was just hilarious. And my grandson, who's 7 years old, he called. He called me. That might have been the night before. But anyway, I've been busy with grandkids, and I was like complaining that I don't ever get to see him or anything, and here all of a sudden, But anyway, he called me. Now, his mother was out on the road going to pick up my son's oldest from for a visit. And my son was busy on a car. So he got the phone, his dad's phone. And he was like, Grandma, well, first he was in the house and he just wasn't talking very loud. I think he was trying to keep his dad from hearing. At first I thought it was his sister because of that. After I figured it out. And we just talked about this and that, Mostly I think he did the talking, and I was trying to figure out what he was saying because I was like, I don't know. I don't know why telephones can distort sometimes. And I've even noticed, well, I'll get to that later, but I heard my son in the background when he first got a hold of me. My son had thought he was calling his mom or his sister who were on the road, but in fact, when I answered the phone, he said, Mommy? I said, no, this is Grandma. It was just so cute. But finally, we had a pretty good conversation. He had gone outside, and he'd been talking about a beach ball he wanted to play with. And so I said, okay, well, give the phone to your dad and go play with your beach ball. So my son had no idea what was going on. When he got the phone and I said, Tony, he says, Mom? Of course, he doesn't use my voice. He uses a male voice. But, Mom, did you call? What did you call for? I said, I didn't. Your son called me. Anyway, it was so fun. But he had made this. My son does his stuff. He makes stuff, so he can't really, he made a horn out of PVC pipe and a funnel, I think it was, and tape. And not only did it work, it was very loud. I said, well, you can't hardly blame him. You made it for him. Because he was outside, you know. And he said, I didn't know it was going to be that loud. It's shaking the whole neighborhood. Oh, kids can be so fun. Especially when you get to laugh at your own for the things their kids are doing. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. I enjoy everybody here, and get down in the comments. That's where the whole thing goes on. This is just the primer. The fun is in the comments and the support as well. So thank you. I'm hearing some noise from the other room. Well, it is time for me to say goodbye. It's been fun. And in the comments, tell a little story of something that your kids, your grandkids, or you as a grandchild have done that is funny. And maybe I'll read them on the comments. But it's been such a wonderful chat. And at the beginning of it, I was just kind of waking up a little more. I wasn't as alert as I thought. Excuse my cough. But I'm not cutting out my ums, my so's, otherwise there wouldn't be any video left. I don't like that I catch myself doing it so much. But I need to get back to something that I started telling you. But I have noticed, I never understood why people could not understand how to spell my last name when I was talking to them on the phone. And yesterday I noticed that when I said, I said GK Fralin, it came out Phelan almost. Like I just said it too fast. So now I understand. I better pronounce it better. Anyway, it's a good day. Tomorrow's another, and I'll see you then. Have a good one.